speak fairly directly to the people that hopefully are going to be watching this. So do you think there's anything that employers or universities can do differently to help people enter the industry or even transition into the industry?
Yeah, I believe a lot of people in academia have a wrong impression of how is it to work in industry. And I mean, industry is many things. So, I mean, Sparrow, we are a deep tech company. So it's the same with my previous ventures. So it's pretty advanced stuff that we do. You really need to understand physics deeply to contribute in these companies. So for people to get exposed to that, a good way is to have interns, to have projects with the university, such that at an early stage in their career, students get exposed to how is it to work in a company. And I think, I mean, there's a different way of working in academia and in a company. In academia, you have a lot of freedom. Actually, often you have to invent by yourself what you want to do. And often also you work quite alone. So, and that's preferable to some people, but a lot of others rather would like to work in a team on a more well-defined thing. And also for me, the thing that I like very much in industry is that actually you're just not developing something for your own sake. It's actually you have customers and you are developing a product for a customer that will use it. For instance, for me in Quantum-wise, what really excited me was to get this software into the hands of the semiconductor industry such that they can design the next generation of chips and materials using our software to have a real impact actually on the industry and the technology.
Great, thank you. It's something that I like to, I think this question is something that I like to ask people, and especially considering those that are looking to enter, someone that they can look to. So do you have any role models in the industry?
Yeah, so I mean, one thing, I don't know if I have really role models, but I mean, I have been influenced. I read a lot of books, and one kind of character that I liked a lot is it's a guy called Bill Campbell. So, and the former CEO of Google, Eric Schmidt, have written a book about him because he has been very influenced by him. It's called $1 Billion Coach, and it's because Bill Campbell, he has been a coach for guys like Steve Jobs, Eric Schmidt, and a bunch of others. And the way he look at how you should build your team, how you should treat your employees, it's something I can align very much with. I mean, this is also what we work with here in Sparrow, that employees, we have a flat structure, and employees, they are self-motivated, and I mean, you address things directly. You try to be very direct, but also give a lot of room for each employee to do the job the way they think it's the right way to do it. Yeah, so others, I mean, for instance, I think most companies have two aspects. It's the technical side and the business side. On the business side, I am very much like Ben Horowitz. So he also have written a book about business perspective on how to run a business. And I mean, the way he writes his book, it's like it's a business that is the most important. And then it's interesting afterwards to read, for instance, the book by Federico Faggi. So he's an Italian entrepreneur. He have written a book called Silicon. So he has the technical perspective. In his view, it's doing the technical work, which is very important. So it's two sides of a company, and both are really important. So yeah, I like these two. If I should recommend a fourth book that I wrote recently is James Clear, Atomic Habits. It's about iterative refinement. It's something that is very important here at Sparrow. So, and I think in general in quantum, because quantum is a spec game, and you don't go to an ideal product in one step. It's tiny refinements, and then but they add up. So it's really important to look at how you're developing your product, and look at your product and see find each little small modification and how and implement that to go to the ultimate specs that will give us fault tolerant quantum computing.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've had a few of these conversations, and there's sort of a reason why I ask everybody the same questions, because I know I'm going to get a different answer from everybody. It seems like when at different stages of people's careers, the books they read change, and after a while, people start reading into entrepreneurial books, and things like Atomic Habits is sort of general across any industry. So it's something I've asked Andre in the second edition. He's the CEO at Aquark. So perception's a bit of a strange thing. So do you see yourself as a scientist, or do you see yourself as an entrepreneur, or where do you sort of sit? What do you tell people you do, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, now I am an entrepreneur, and the role as a CEO, I mean, is an entrepreneur role, and trying to get this company working. I mean, looking at where can we improve, and implementing that, making sure that we have the liquidity. I mean, so this is, I think, the most important role of the CEO and that we have the facilities and so on. However, that being said, I mean, I'm in this fortunate role that I don't have to work anymore. And one of the main reasons I'm here is that I love the science and the technology, and I try to reach. I mean, quantum dots is the kind of main technology in main part of our technology. So I try to read a lot about quantum dots and understanding our technology, and I enjoy that a lot. So that's one of the reasons why I'm sitting here. This is, I mean, trying to understand some of the physics going on in our products, and also having this front seat to follow quantum technology.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, the last question is, to be honest, this is a bit of a selfish question. It's just something that I'm really interested in hearing. So is there anything that you've seen recently in quantum computing and quantum technology, or just tech in general, that really excites you?
Yeah, so I mean, in quantum technology, what's really exciting me is what PsiQuantum is doing. I mean, so we are in photonic quantum computing, and I mean, it's amazing. I think PsiQuantum is an amazing company that they could raise $1 billion without ever putting a product onto the market, and now they announced these huge facilities in Brisbane and Chicago. We don't know the details on exactly what they will be, but I mean, if just a fraction of what they promise will come true, it will be something very extraordinary, with this order of magnitude larger than what we have seen so far. So yeah, so this is really what excites me.
Yeah, I remember that announcement at the end of last year or whenever it was. I thought it was pretty incredible. I just I couldn't quite believe the numbers, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting year for them for sure. Um, yeah, okay. Well, Kurt, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today, and I hope everyone that's watching this has taken something as I have for this, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Kurt, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Matthew. It has been a real pleasure talking with you today.